My TCG is nearly done. Well, not done because I'll keep making cards for it forever, but nearly ready. The two starter decks are looking like this. I'm going to finish the cards for them both today and then design the backs too. I'm going to talk to the creator of one of the most successful TCGs ever on Kickstarter to learn the secrets to his success and make a plan for launching my Kickstarter, and hopefully help yours too, because I know a lot of you guys are making your own games. I'm Zach. I'm a nerd. I've been making trading card games since I was 8 years old, and I'm now 27 with an art degree, a career in product design, and a semi-successful indie trading card game. But I'm taking everything I've learned and putting my current game aside to create a new TCG. Starting from nothing and ending with, I guess we'll see. Welcome to a TCG from scratch. Let's start with card backs. I made a ton of logo designs back in May in episode 15, and apart from the name change for the game, looking back on them 4 months later, I really like version 2. I can imagine it on packaging, on Playmats, on a website, and my only doubt was whether it would look good on my card backs. But I got a really interesting comment that made me think. Card backs kind of look best without your game's logo on. Lorcana and Altered, for example, I think both have really great backs, and even iconic ones like Yu-Gi-Oh! Only have the logo tiny in the corner. And without the logo, the card back kind of becomes a logo itself, its own icon, not just another piece of marketing that's slapped on the back of the card without thought. And to make my card backs, I can grab this element and use it as the center point. It's simple and sums up the game, the evolution swirl of our Evolver cards in front of rolling dice. So I put that on the template and then built outwards. Found some other cool card backs from tarot decks, playing cards and other TCGs. I really loved this frame. It was a really nice way to incorporate the 6 realms that this game's cards can be from. To fill the space in between, I've used these energy bursts to represent the 5 stages of evolution. I've added some coloured gradients and bam! And now with the logo and card backs, I can get to some of the game's branding and accessories. This is really exciting. Making playmats. It's such a fun part of TCG making, picking out your ace cards to take center stage on a battleground.
The first ones I did was just some of my favourite cards from each deck. And it's really cool seeing these on such a blown up scale. I'm used to only seeing them on like tiny trading card sized images. Then I've made some Evolver ones, so you've got a stage 1 and the stage 5 for each deck there. And then I was messing around and made these archetype themed mats. We've got the Kazonks and then a Blub themed one. These ones are cool. I think I might release them as limited editions. They might be special rewards for the Kickstarter or exclusives for Patreon members.
Let me know if there's any other cards you'd like to see on Playmats. It's hard for me to choose the ones, I want to keep them all. However, if you've got things you don't want to keep, then why not sell them online? And make sure you do it with the help of Crosslist. I like getting some extra cash for selling my stuff online, but listing things takes me forever. So that's why I get the help of Crosslist, an amazing new web application that allows online sellers to transfer products between websites in seconds. It simply takes one click from Crosslist to create a form that you can add to new marketplaces, including eBay, Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, and now Whatnot, taking all the hassle out of selling online. It's got a super simple and easy to use interface, and you can delist and relist products at the touch of a button. All done in a matter of seconds. They even have an AI assistant to create your listings, descriptions, and even remove unwanted backgrounds from your photos. It really couldn't be quicker or easier. They've got 4 different pricing options, starting with bronze all the way up to their diamond package that works for large scale businesses, and you can list without limits. Use code TCG from scratch 30 to get 30% off your first month when you sign up, or click my link down in the description. And a huge thanks to Crosslist for sponsoring this one. Let's get back to the video. Part 2, the master plan. For the future of the game, I know I want to launch the Kickstarter with 2 starter decks, the ones I've been using every episode. But in last episode, I spoke to my friend Steve, who'd successfully launched the game Gem Blenders and their Kickstarter. He said that a booster set as well as starter decks was the key to success. People will only ever want 1 or 2 starter decks really, but will want dozens of booster packs if they're a big follower of the game, and it would really increase the chance of a Kickstarter getting funded. And also, I know as a TCG guy, there's no better feeling than ripping open booster packs. And then, looking at other successful TCGs on Kickstarter to find a formula that works, I came across Elestrals, and this really worked. Such a professional looking game, and one I aspire to be like, so I contacted them. It's a game made by A-Drive, Pokemon TCG YouTube royalty, and just a really nice dude. We emailed back and forth a bit and then jumped on a call. Yeah, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's great to meet you, dude.
Yeah, lovely to meet you too. What was sort of the startup process for Elestrals? Was it literally like you were sat in your bedroom and had an idea?
And as a kid, I played card games growing up, and card games were a big part of my childhood. You know, I had always kind of dreamed of creating my own monster franchise, something that could capture the nostalgia that I had as a kid. I legitimately wrote like the entire outline for Elestrals in like one afternoon. I just sat down and I wrote like the whole thing. 3 days later, I hired my first artist. Fast forward like 3 months, we kind of had an art team at that point. 6 months from there, we're releasing stuff, and it was really crazy how kind of fast everything came together.
Honestly, think that is the best approach. Like just creating something for the love of creating it. Like people can tell that you put your heart and soul into it, or if you're just in it for a cash grab. I'm now looking to launch a Kickstarter for my game, and to have a successful Kickstarter, did you do anything beyond just have that YouTube audience? Like, did you reach out to local game stores or put promotional things in, I don't know, like websites?
I legitimately just reached out to people and said, can I send you stuff for free?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to send you stuff for free. I just want to get your opinion on it. And I still do that to this day. So that way I can make the better game that I'm trying to make. Like a lot of content creators, when they got the product the first time, I think that they were surprised that I wasn't just looking to get a shout out or whatever. Like I was just looking for feedback. And that's how we approach things even to this day, 3 years later.
At the moment, I've got 2 starter decks, and I've heard from people that the booster set is the main thing that will get you pledges and big pledges. And I was just wondering if you think it's like a bad idea for me to just go in without the booster set.
I'll tell you exactly what I did, and I think it worked out really well. So what I did was I did a prototype run. So I basically said to people, okay, here's what I have. I have 5 prototype starter decks. I used a website called makeplayingcards.com.
Yeah.
You know, I went into it thinking I was going to sell like 300 starter decks, man. I said, all right, you know, we're going to sell 300 starter decks, whatever. We ended up selling, I think, like 5,000 starter decks.
Oh, wow. Congrats. That's sick.
They gave me incredible feedback because these were not legal cards. I was very upfront with people that these were not going to be legal cards. These are going to be prototype cards.
Yeah.
People were really excited about it because then they had it in their hand and they could help me. And we tweaked things and we teamed up with the community to like play test the game in the early stages. So that way when I did get to Kickstarter, not only did I have like proof that this game existed in people's hands already with prototypes,
yeah,
but I also had a lot more valid feedback. So that way when we did get to Kickstarter, the game was in a better spot for it too. To go back to your original question, I would strongly urge and suggest to have some sort of a booster product for the Kickstarter. I think not doing that would probably be too big of a mistake. And that's it. Yeah, next week we got 400 person event too, so that'll be our big one. So
sheesh.
We're doing it, man.
Yeah, man.
So that'll be you in a couple years, right? So, but awesome stuff, man. It was great meeting you, Zach. Just drop me your name, address. I'll get some stuff your way, and just shoot me a link when it goes up. I look forward to watching.
Yeah, will do, man. Great to speak to you. As suspected, the booster sets were where it's at. I need to make one, which will take a while. I'll have to rethink the master plan a bit and push back when I want to launch the Kickstarter. But more really useful advice that A-Drive gave is that before the full Elestrals game launch, he released prototype cards that went up for sale while the game was still in development. It helped build hype, let fans try out the game before it was released, and now the game's been out for a while, those day one fans really pride themselves on having those early prototype cards. It's a great idea, and I'm going to follow suit. With the 2 decks I've got, Desert and Ocean, I've spent some of this week finding a game making company. Now previously, I've used the Game Crafter. They're so easy to use when making a homemade TCG. I've used them for like 8 years and have videos on how to make a game with them. Great for small time games, but their shipping time is really long, and I want to try something different. I found another website, creatively called makeplayingcards.com, and they seem legit from the reviews. They do foil cards, boxes, rulebooks, and do slightly larger size quantities that the Game Crafter struggles with. And so next episode, when the starter decks will be done, I'm going to order some prototypes from Make Playing Cards, and if they look good, I'll let you guys order them too. I won't be doing this to make a profit, I'll have to sell the cards, but any money I make will go back into the game. But I want people to get their hands on the cards, test the game out, have some fun, and then help me balance the rules and make this game as good as it can be so that when I eventually launch the Kickstarter, the game will be perfect, with a booster set and 2 starter decks going in strong. This might not be next episode, but it could be a good checkpoint on episode 20 to get the game out into the world. So the master plan has changed. To get the game ready for the beta test release, I've got to make some tweaks. I've been playing the game with my flatmate a lot. Initially I did force him, but now he just enjoys it, which is nice. We decided there's some cards that need a bit of balancing, and games would be nicer if they were slightly quicker. They currently sit at about half an hour a game, and I want to bring that down to about 20 minutes. And the best way to speed up a game is by making cards more powerful. So some cards considered a bit useless have had their stats boosted, some abilities have been made slightly stronger, so now evolvers are slightly easier to kill. But as well as refining the cards, I wanted to refine the template. The three types of card in the game have been my recent focus: defenders, effectors, and your evolvers. I designed them all very separately, and they kind of look like three different types of card in three different games. I got another helpful YouTube comment, slightly more aggressive than the last one, but it said the tops of evolver templates don't serve a purpose. These dots are just kind of for decoration. I made them to match the logo, but that's not good enough reason. And when I've been playing with my flatmate, he kind of lines up his evolver cards like a ladder so he can see what stages he's gone through. So adding the evolver stage to the top of the template fills this space with actual useful information. And the evolver cards are looking really, really good now. Thank you, angry commenter. I can always trust you guys to help me make this game better. So backs, check. Templates, check. Sick playmats, check. Let's just finish these cards. This is the last defender I haven't drawn for the decks. My flatmate and I decided this card was stupid and doesn't suit the water deck, so it could go in my set 1 list, but I'm changing it in this deck to Snow Freak. On my Mexican street art inspiration board, this sun character looked really cool, and I kind of wanted to make an opposite ice version of him for the ocean deck. Snow Freak suits the Ocean Realms playstyle of very strong high-level defenders using weak low-level ones with his ability that lets you sacrifice them to keep him alive. Kind of a new concept compared to any other cards in the deck, and I'm excited to try him out. Here's what his final artwork looks like. Neither deck actually has any effector card hate right now, and each deck probably should have at least one, so the Pit of Barakai is in the desert deck. It's a reference to the desert planet Barrow from my old game Chaos Galaxy. And making environment cards is always nice to flesh out the game, and this one, just a giant pit in the desert that swallows up your opponent's effectors. And the element of mystery here of what lurks within the pit adds a cool another layer to the card. Maybe the beasts of Barakai could be a creature I add to the game eventually. But for now, this is what the card looks like. Bold-Eyed Comet, also some generic support is needed, and this card will definitely be in the first booster set, maybe the Ocean Starter deck too. Bold-Eyed Comet just takes out one effector card on the board. It's pretty simple, but probably necessary in any TCG, I think. Bold-Eyed Comet was also a card in Chaos Galaxy with the exact same ability, and it's nice to see how the digital drawing has caused my art style to diverge. Let me know which Bold-Eyed Comet you prefer. I'm definitely a bigger fan of the more colourful 3D looking one in my new TCG's art style.
Okay, we can get some playmats out for this. Also, shout out to all the Chaos Galaxy patrons. We've got Perluca, Unleashed TCG, Corndog7209, It's Mr. Burrow, Mythic Guardians, Cade Taylor, Luke Shelley, Michael Smith, and Finn Woolery. You guys are what keeps me going with this game. Thank you so much for supporting, and join the Patreon if you want shout outs and to watch this full playtest rather than just the highlights reel I'm going to go through in this video. Okay, so let's roll for who goes first. That is the ocean player going first, and the desert player gets the steel token. I should maybe make like a steel token zone or something. I've also been trying out where you don't get that winning roll as your roll for the turn. Let's draw 5. Okay, we got a Snow Freak, we got the new guy, that's cool to see. So let's just play by rolling 4. I think we start simple with an orc board and pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's roll 3, draw. This playtest started quite slowly, with both players getting low dice rolls for their turns, 2s and 3s, no 5s or 6s, so it was a lot of small Blood Blasts, Bob 3611s, and effectors like Blubbriator and Eyes of the Oasis, which actually my flatmate thinks that's the best card in the game. He's very keen on the desert deck, but that all ended after the ocean player finally got a turn total of 7. Got some more powerful stuff going on here. 7. Oh, let's do it. Let's bring out the Snow Freak. And if he would be void by my opponent, I could sacrifice level 3 or higher defender. Oh, so I actually can't even sacrifice the Blood Blast. Never mind, I've done it now. And let's go Snow Freak, kill, death. The power level of the game slowly sped up as both players got to their stage 2 and 3 evolvers, and we saw the Ocean deck take a bit of a lead with a Blubbertron 5000 and an Awoat on the board. 2 Imova Pods doesn't do anything. I think let's play the Awoat. And then a Woak can kill this Ronki. Blubbertron can kill Kronk. Nice, 2 evolvers in 1 turn. Powerful. Actually, let's go and use our Defenderlution. So after the Kronk is killed, let's play it. Pass the turn.
With the Desert Player onto their stage 4 Evolver, it opened the way for their high-level defenders to come out.
There's a 4, that'll do. We can go Citadel Elephant and roll 6. Big stuff, but sadly not big enough. We can play, maybe we just set up some defenses. Let's go a Jellyfish and an Amobapod. I'm going to Steel Token, give them that. Let's take that 6. So we've got 10. Oh, big combo time. Mount Titanus, let's play him. I mean, this is kind of overkill, I don't need to do it, but I use Citadel Elephant's ability, both players roll. 4 is not higher than 5, but I'll use Mount Titanus' ability to change the result of any Desert Defender's roll to whatever number I want. So let's change that to a 6, meaning our Citadel Elephant will let us draw a card. And then we can go and do some damage. Don't want to attack that Jellyfish annoyingly. Let's go Amobapod, kill that. Amobapod's ability roll. We've got a 2, so we get to bring out another one. Which is just going to get instantly attacked and killed by our Mount Titanus. So let's do that. And we can pass the turn. We could really do with something big here. Draw. Oh, that's not quite what we want.
Things just kind of got even worse for the Ocean Player there.
Ooh, we could play Dune Atomic Abomination. That'd be pretty sick to have all 3 of our strongest defenders out at once. It's probably not the most efficient way to do this. I definitely need to kill at least 1 or maybe 2 evolvers this turn. We'll start by doing Citadel Elephant's ability. Both players roll. 6 is higher, so we don't even need to use Mount Titanus to draw a card. Burrowbug is nice. Oh, that's actually perfect for what we want right now. Yeah, let's go Burrowbug. Do we even need to play anything else? Stonegabort maybe? Yeah, why not? And then let's go Burrowbug, kill the Jellyfish, cancelling its ability, which is super nice. We'll go Citadel Elephant into Amebapod, and then Mount Titanus attack Creel. And unfortunately, our little Stonegabort isn't enough to take out this Gobbo Stop. We'll pass the turn there, and the Ocean Player has got one heck of a hole to climb out of here. I need something good. Draw.
Playing their level 8 Dragolodon, the Ocean Player managed to take out the Citadel Elephant, which was only half the problem, but the Desert deck fought back and took the Ocean Player down to their stage 5 Evolver. Ocean Player then revived their Dragolodon and answered the Mount Titanus with their level 10, the Dark Water Shaman, who's just had a slight ability rework. So you can't use his ability the turn he's played, but he has slightly more power now.
I think we play our Atlantis. Let's roll 2. So we can play a level 2 or lower killed Ocean Defender. And I know what I need. Just the thing to get past this Dune Atomic Abomination. A cheeky Blood Blast. With our 11, actually, we can play Blubbertron 5000. Sacrifice the Blood Blast to make his power increase by 140. This is exactly the reason I changed Blubbertron 5000. So it used to be Blubs boosted it by 100, but I changed it to 140 because otherwise the Ocean deck literally has nothing power-wise that can take out a Dune Atomic Abomination or a Mount Titanus for that matter. So I'm glad this change has been implemented and worked literally in the same video, which is great. 460 is enough to take out the Dune Atomic Abomination with a nice Blub combo, and then Dragolodon can take out the Burrowbug.
This battle then just went on and on. It was so tight right to the end, with each player thinking they'd won at least once, but the Diabacadra side by side with 2 Blood Blasts just narrowly clutched it for the Ocean deck. I'm so glad that the same episode I finished making the cards for these decks, it was topped off by such an epic battle. I really couldn't have asked for much more.
Oh, is this game? I think this could be game. Another Blood Blast. And then I can use the card Mark with Cranchon. If you have a level 2 or 3 Ocean Defender in play, its power becomes the same as one of your Void Ocean Defenders. And I just need something that can kill this Krakatoa Stalker. Dark Water Shaman's the highest, so let's do that. This Blood Blast becomes 410 for the turn. So let's go ahead and kill the Krakatoa Stalker. And then our 450 Diabacadra plus Blood Blast equals 520. That's enough to take out this Terror Rock Overlord and win it for the Ocean deck. So Desert deck won last episode, but Ocean deck took the win today. A very close match though. Oh, Evo Lance could have
Could have definitely turned the table if we got one more turn in. But amazing game. That was so much fun. Yeah, finished decks. It's just cool seeing artwork on literally every card I play. That's great. Let me know if you think these decks worked, if there's anything you'd like to change, because I'm just on final tweaks until I can get the game sort of launched on makeplayingcards.com. And then next episode, we're going to get onto some goofy, funny play tests where we can do like pure blub strategies. You can use 3 copies of any card in a deck, all that good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. The playtesting is only going to get better in the future, but I'm glad this one of the just 2 base starter decks worked out really well, because that was great. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out Crosslist for selling your stuff online with ease. Join the Patreon, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.